Hello everyone, it's Josh Mall, the voice for Swimming Pool Science. And today, I got myself a Skim-A-ROUND Pro in the mail. We're gonna be reviewing this product because I had some questions. I expressed them over at the Skim-A-ROUND Facebook page and they promptly blocked me. So now all I can do is share their wonderful and great ad. We're gonna find out what the deal is right after this. So here it is, a Skim-A-ROUND Pro. Came with all kinds of bells and whistles, and it's gonna totally revolutionize my swimming pool. So let's get it open, let's see what's in the box. All right, here we go. First thing I've got, it's a pool clarifier pill. If you wanna know how it works, you gotta go check out skimaround.com/pill. We don't know what the stuff is. It could be anything. All I know is this, that before I put anything in my pool, I want to know what it is made out of chemistry-wise. So we'll set that aside. Maybe we'll explore that a little bit later. Got our Skim-A-ROUND. I got some parts, some pieces, and I think there was some directions somewhere. So our directions, fill us in, tell us how to do it. And they got a picture here right on the front that basically explains what to do. So essentially the way this thing works is we are going to snap this piece off, and it's just got a basic male-female slip fitting on it with a ridge and some minimum and maximum indicators on here in terms of where the water level, I guess, should be while this thing's working. It's also got some, essentially these are reducer bushings, so this allows you to use it for different size skimmers. These go around it somehow. Maybe they go in between here. Let's see. These guys go like this. And then this guy snaps in right on top, I guess. Doesn't feel right though. Let's see here. Christopher Columbus didn't need directions, so why do I? So they don't give you much here. They want you to go and watch videos, which when I'm out here, I'd like to just use the directions and not have to fumble with my phone or anything like that. So we'll get to the bottom of what this is for. Let's go up in here. Can't imagine it does because it doesn't tell exactly how this goes. Okay, yeah, it does. So this guy snaps into this top piece like this, I guess. Of course, I'm not going to gripe too much about how much trouble I'm having doing this. This is my first time playing with one. Of course, there is going to be some figuring out. So this guy goes in here, and what this does is reduces this hole size to increase velocity and kind of trap stuff inside this basket when the pump shuts off, which is kind of a cool feature because when you shut that pump off, especially if you don't have a weir door in your skimmer, then sometimes the floating debris can flop back out. So that's kind of a cool piece. So it goes together like this, comes together, and it's supposed to. Is it? Okay, I don't. All right, I think now I see what's going on. So this allows us to actually adjust the height of the actual, how high or low the Skim-A-ROUND actually sits in the basket. And once this is all set up, you don't have to worry about it. You leave this all together, it stays together. This is initial setup. And then this all goes together like this, and it drops into your skimmer basket. So let's go try it and see how it is. Oh, so we also get a couple of these cool silt bags, and these are cool for catching tiny debris that's going to prevent it from going to the pump. I know that pine needles, if you have a pine tree near your pool. Pine needles are like little darts, and they'll zip right through these holes, and they'll even go through the hole in your strainer basket at your pump and end up clogging your impeller. But these prevent that, and so these essentially go inside the basket, that, and then this will snap top like this. Will it snap over the basket? Am I doing this right? Probably not. There it goes. Okay, so it goes like that pretty easy, and then you've got basically a silt bag that'll catch a little bit of large dirt particles, small rocks and things like that. Almost acts like a pre-filter. So, all right, let's get this thing in the pool. Let's see how it is. Let's play around with it and find out what's up. So here we are back at our skimmer. We're gonna pull out our old existing basket. And I'll tell you one of the things I like about my old existing basket, and this is as a pool tech, not so much as a homeowner. As a pool tech, you know, I'm trying to make a NASCAR pit stop on a swimming pool, and seconds and all that stuff count. It allows me to work efficiently when I can empty things quickly. With the existing skimmer basket, and especially this one that's got a handle on it, which I will post a link to this basket in the description, I can just do this. Watch. Empty, gone. Well, almost empty. You get the picture. So you see how quick that was? I don't think I'm going to be able to save that much time with my Skimmer-A-ROUND basket. So let's figure this out and get it in. All right, so it looks like my Skimmer-A-ROUND B ring right here is going to be the ring that adequately fits my basket in here. So let's put this guy together. I'm actually going to leave the silt bag out for now. I'll pop off the C ring here, set that aside, get our B ring on. Now, like I said, it's going to take me a little bit of time for this initial adjustment, which I'm not too concerned about, because once I get this thing adjusted, then it's not a big deal. I've got all the pieces in place. I'm going to go ahead and leave that with 3 dots above, set this thing together, and drop her down in the hole. Now I'm running my IntelliFlow variable speed pump right now on quick clean, so I've got pretty good water flow. I'm only pulling from the skimmer, and it looks like I can actually adjust this up. We want this upper ring to be higher so that we get our Bernoulli effect going at maximum, because this is acting as our lip or our skimmer weir on here. So let's drop that in, see how she does there. That's pretty good, but now another thing to keep in mind too is Skimmer-A-ROUND says to give this thing about 3 minutes for that vortex and whirlpool to start working. That noise I'm hearing now, that kind of slurping, sucking noise, that means that I have this thing set too high and we're sucking air. Now this can be a problem with this if that water level drops too low, is that we can start sucking a little bit of air into our pump. So let's go ahead and we're going to lower that back down, click it another one down, drop her back in, and that should give us adequate water level. Let's see how she does. Well, this works pretty good. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take out my skimmer weir. I've got a skimmer weir already in here. That's going to come out. And let's see how this thing works without the skimmer weir, because I clearly have pretty good water flow. And let's do a quick test and see how we do if I drop some debris right at the mouth of the skimmer. Now, it pretty aggressively collects that debris. That's pretty good. But what I want to know is, how is it with pulling stuff off the surface? If I am actively putting stuff into the mouth of the skimmer, of course, that's going to help things along. I have a skimmer weir in here as well. We're going to try it without a skimmer weir. See what it does. All right, so I couldn't pull the weir out, so I just got a stick. I pinned the weir down to simulate no skimmer weir. So now our Skimmer-A-ROUND is working all on its own. And as you can see, we have pretty aggressive stuff going on right at the Skimmer-A-ROUND itself. Pretty good whirlpool. Essentially, we could really stand to adjust this thing down. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that one more time. And it's pretty easy once you get this ring on to just pop it into place. Still pulling air. All right. Now let's take her down a little more. All right, that's as low as she goes, and I think what we're going to do actually is I'm going to adjust my pump down a little bit where it would realistically be in a normal situation. Yeah, you're definitely, if you don't have an in-deck water level where the pool water level is always really staying super dialed in all the time at the same exact level, this is gonna give you some problems. Water level gets low, this thing's gonna start sucking air.
Yeah, you can already tell it's pulling air now.
Yeah, so, and this is good. We're just creating a whirlpool. It's maybe gonna get a bubble here or there. You know, it's doing all right. Let's see if that whirlpool increases. We may need to just adjust it down. Like they said, they want you to give it 3 minutes. You know, and that whirlpool's cool and all. You know, if something is within a few inches of that whirlpool, it's going to get drawn in really aggressively. But the problem is, what about at the mouth of the skimmer? Where are things falling there? Well, let's take a look now that we got this thing kind of adjusted and it's running at about normal for your pool. How does it compare to a traditional basket and the skimmer weir? So let's see. All right, throw some crap in the pool. Let's see what happens. Moment of truth. All right, I mean, it pulls debris in. So let's put in the other basket real quick. Toss some more debris in. Here's some cool science. We want to be impartial. All right, rear door is up. Old basket's back in. There we go. Huh. So this is a traditional weir. Oh, you want to see the difference? I'll show you what no weir door with the basket
The way you pull the stick out?
So it sticks out. This would be a properly set up skimmer with a weir that works and everything. And guys, in the description, I'll post some links for some skimmer weirs. And you know what? I'm gonna post a link for the SKIM-A-ROUND. So for right now, I think this thing does have a place in certain applications, and it might work best for your pool. All right, there's the weir door down. This is simulating new skimmer weir. Well, it is what it is. Okay, here we go. And this right here is going to be a demonstration of how important some type of weir device is for a skimmer to work properly. They just don't, it's night and day. It's the difference of, you know, your tires being filled with air and your tires being flat. So you can see it's getting all the close debris, but really it's struggling to get anything right out of here. Anything that falls within this range is going to get pulled in. Anything else, it's just going to float right by. It's just not going to pick it up. So once again, guys, here's where I'm going to dig the old traditional style skimmer basket over this SKIM-A-ROUND. When I dump this, it's back in and done. as a pool tech, as a guy making that NASCAR pit stop on each swimming pool, making sure all my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted and everything's got to be dialed in, those seconds matter. For the Skim-A-ROUND, here's what I'm looking at. Okay, it kind of fell apart and some of the debris went everywhere, so you got to be careful when you pull this out. Dump it out, no different there. I put her back together. Doesn't take too much longer. You know, if you're a homeowner that takes care of your own pool, time's not going to be of the essence as much. Not too bad of a deal here. We're talking of just a few seconds there difference between this guy and the Skim-A-ROUND. Kind of cool. You get the silt bags, you get the magical, mystical clarifying agents that come with it. You know, but for me, if you have a traditional basket, you've got your skimmer set up with a weir in it and everything's tuned up and dialed in, like our how to tune your skimmer video, there's no need to spend money on something like this. If you've got a weird size skimmer where for some reason you can't put a weir in it, or it's just something's just not working, this is going to be a decent device to have. A pool guy's not going to like this. If he shows up to all of his pools in a day and there's nothing but Skim-A-ROUNDs in there, he's going to get pretty annoyed, because it's going to, you know, those extra 20, 30 seconds over all of his 15 or 16 pool accounts, that's going to add up to basically a lunch break for him. So that's going to stretch his day out. He's not going to like that too much. So for my money, I'll give this product, you know, it's well made, it's got durable plastic, it's not a cheap piece of junk. These guys are pool guys that have built this over at Skim-A-ROUND, and you know, they've put some thought into this, but I'm not so sure that anybody needs to go out of their way to buy this product if their skimmer is working properly as it is. I don't think you're going to see any significant difference, and it's not worth the time or money. But if you're having issues, if you can't put a traditional weir in your skimmer, this might be the product to have. All right, guys, I'm Josh Small for Swimming Pool Science. We'll see you next time. Don't forget, I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.